Okay, so now I am preparing for the border and the binding. So what I'm doing is I'm going around the edge of my fabric with my air and water soluble ink, and hopefully it stays up in the air long enough for me to cut it. And I'm marking 1 inch all the way around my quilt, because I want to have a 1/2 inch binding, and I want to fold this batting over because I like a little bit of a thick of a binding. So I mean, you can square this up if you want to and then just cut accordingly, but I'm foregoing that, and I am having a wonky quilt because this is about quilt as you go, not as perfection. Oh, there's the little cat trying to help me out. You trying to help me out, princess? Told you I don't need your help. Okay, so I'm just taking my ruler and coming out 1 inch all the way around, and that's where I'll be cutting. Oh, now you're helping me again. You like this ruler? You like my little accent? See, I'm a little bit over right here, so I'm going to allow for that. I'm just going to bend it back a little bit and cut it off after on the fold. That's the good thing about really good fabric, is that the when you fold them, they will hold their crease as opposed to the cheaper fabric, which is, you know, sometimes you have to, you know, stay within your budget, and that's the way it is. But I really love the Moda the Moda line. What a genius that company is. Just good quality stuff too. Alright, so since I got my little Princess Anne sitting on top of my quilt, we'll see how she behaves now when I start cutting. Excuse me, Princess. I need to cut before my line leaves me. Getting right in my way now. I don't know how straight this is going to end up with her help. Oh, goodness. What? This is mine. She's a little crazy lately. I don't know. We had her fixed, neutered, or whatever it's called, spayed. And she's crazy. She like clawed at my daughter the other day for no reason. Is that normal? Are you normal? It was nice when you were cuter when you were little. You were cuter when you were little, you know. You're lucky I even let you up here, because I don't let you up on the kitchen table, you know that. You know that. That's really gross. Cats don't belong on kitchen tables. No, they don't. Probably don't belong on sewing tables either. They probably don't. Now I'm probably all out of frame. Sheesh. They put Lexi to bed. Put the little 3-year-old to bed. So I could have time to do what I gotta do. Now I gotta fight you. Don't you have something to do? Don't you have some sleeping to do? Go see Daddy. I'm gonna just take this and roll it and see how nice that looks. And I haven't decided if I'm gonna stitch it by the machine or hand sew it. I'm still finishing up my cathedral window quilt. I have one more row to go, So I don't know if I'm going to make myself get involved with hand sewing this. I just wanted to do this because it was a challenge to myself. It's been a challenge to myself, just like the cathedral window. This has been a challenge that I've wanted to try. And I probably did it different than other people. And I hope that it makes sense to you. I'm trying to get over here where you can see what I'm doing, which I think it probably can figure it out. When you get to the corner, you go out an inch. And then line it up, and that looks pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Use this little marker, go right down. For some reason, the kitty cat likes the marker, wants the marker, wants to be involved. What are you doing? What are you doing, silly cat? This is taking longer than it should. You know that, don't you? It's taking longer than it should. Okay. Down here. Zip, zip, zip. Zippity doo dah. Zippity, oh geesh. Oh geesh. Oh goodness. Princess, I didn't know you were the sewing type. I thought you were just the sleeping type. I thought you just wanted to sleep. What is going on with you, kitty cat? Do kitty cats, like, I don't know. She's the only cat. The only one. She will be the only one. God sent her to us, and she will not be replaced. Whoops. Oh, she's wobbling my... Now, see, I did all this, went all this trouble setting this camera up so that it wouldn't wobble, so I wouldn't have to put the little titles up there that say, oh, wobbly camera. And now she's up there wobbling on the camera. She's sitting on the table that the camera was on. How about this slipper? Look. Oh, sheesh. She really did bite my daughter the other day. So, she kind of got me a little nervous. Alright, here we go. Might as well use the scissors since she's being crazy. Get the scissors out, and you see what you do. You just go all the way around the perimeter and just cut 1 inch. And then I will meet you back here. Well, Princess completely took over my area over there. So, I'm over here. I took my iron, I went all the way around the edge, and I folded it over 1/2 inch, and then I pressed it. Okay. So I took it up from the back and rolled it over. Oop, there goes the camera. Okay. Back to the drawing board. Can't believe the cat's controlling me. Okay, so I took it and I folded it over. And then I went with my clips. I did one side, the longer side, twice, so that I end up with about 1/2 inch. That's how big my binding is going to be. Now I'm just going to clip because I am going to bring it over to the machine and sew it down with the machine because I'm finishing this quilt, and this is a quilt that you could do in a day, but it would be better if you broke it up and do probably 4 hours at a time, depending on how many distractions you get. I get a lot of distractions in my house, so it takes me longer. So there we go. So I pinned it the long way, and then when I get to the corners, I'm just gonna fold it in, and I'm gonna take out some of that bulk. I'm gonna cut this corner. I'm gonna cut a square out. Can't believe that little stinking cat. She's over there sitting on the chair. I want it to be over in better lighting, and she's like right over there, 5 feet from me. So now I cut a square out like this, and that's going to take the bulk out of that corner. And now that the cat has moved, I'm going to go back to my table. So to get the bulk out of this corner, because the goal is to fold it twice and then roll this over. To get that bulk out, I just cut a square out. Pull it away from the basting that helped me get through this quilt. That's why I don't like doing big quilts. I did a few years ago. I did a few big quilts, but I'm just not into that anymore. And then take this. Try not to wiggle the camera because it's right on the table. I don't want to move it all around because the cat seems to be following me wherever I go. She's not even my cat. She's my husband's cat. See, then we'll just pin, not pin, but clip right down to the end. Really want to press this. So I'm going to take this over to the ironing board. I just started using these clips. The good thing about them is that they don't pinch you like needles do. Sometimes when I'm doing a border, I use one of my fancy stitches. But I'm usually going to run out of bobbin thread. I bet I will. Okay, so try to get the weight of the quilt up on the table so it doesn't pull away from my clipping job. I have no idea where my walking foot is. I haven't used it that much anyway, so it would be a good idea at this time to use it. But okay, it is 11:32. I'm down the home stretch. After. Alright, I'll show you what a nice clean look. See the cute little X? Okay. This is officially finished. And look at it, it's all quilted. How cool is that? Quilt in a day. Really. I'm telling you, if I didn't have any distractions, I would have finished it in one day, but okay, that's it. That's all, folks. I hope you like it and share it and do all those good things that YouTube people like. Thanks for watching. Princess is not impressed. See, she wanted to play with the quilt when it was all, the batting was all sticking out, and she kept putting her claws in it. That's it. That's the quilt. That's the quilt. I wish I had someone to hold it up for me. Oh, I do have me, and I do have a stand. Hold on. Okay. This is it. Oh, strings and all. Hold it this way. Yes, that's better. It's done. And as an added bonus, these are the last of my flower. Well, I hope they're not the last of my flowers from my flower garden. Look at, see that purple thing there? That's spiky. That is called a pineapple sage. Oh my goodness, it smells so good too. So, thanks for watching.